So it is day 39 of, yeah, still don't know what to call it. And I feel like actually almost getting to a turning point within this quarantine. So it's been a while since I've done one of these. Um, I don't really know why. I just haven't always been feeling absolutely in the mood to do one, even though sometimes I've been feeling fine. There is definitely gone in waves. Like, there's been ups, there's been a couple of bad downs, and days that I've just been really low. It all just comes in waves, and it's not even necessarily day by day. Although, um, like I say, most of the time it's been up, which has been nice. And there's so much for me still to be thankful for. I mean, like I've got a roof over my head. I'm lucky to still be at work, albeit working from home. Um, I've got food around. One of the big kickers, I guess, in the last couple of weeks was actually getting a letter through from the NHS/government saying that I'm in the extremely vulnerable group of people. So that means that I shouldn't really be leaving the house for sort of 12 weeks since the start of lockdown. So that's looking to bring this into kind of like June time, early June, I think. Um, and that really was annoying. um, and I mean, the idea of just literally being cooped up in my house, albeit a relatively small one. I do have it all to myself, thankfully. Um, is just, yeah, really, really crazy. The idea of just not leaving one space for weeks and weeks. So far, in the sort of 2 weeks, because it is 2 weeks today since getting that letter, I actually will admit I have broken it. I've broken my own advice of all this staying home stuff. Albeit I've taken pretty big precautions. So I've only been leaving the house at night time, and I've only left the house twice. Maybe three times, because I think on the first night I got the letter the day after I was planning to do a big shop anyway, and so I did do a big shop. um, because I really wanted to get some stuff, and I didn't want to go through the process of getting delivery at that point, or relying on other people at that point. But obviously, the situation changed then, and I've been getting to grips with it. Like I say, I think for me, the kind of like turning point was Friday just gone, where I don't know how really, I just felt bit relaxed and kind of to the attitude of this is going to be for a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, because as the news has been developed, or the situation has been developing, and more news has been coming out, and more of the scientific data and medical advice has been coming out, it is looking much longer than what was initially kind of like thought by most people, I think, or at least certainly most in the general public, myself included. I thought that this was all going to be over by 1st of June, and that by then we pretty much will be back as everything was. Now, doesn't really look like that's going to be the case. Looks like that maybe in a week or a couple of weeks they'll start to ease things very slowly. So certain groups of people, or certain types of workers, will be able to go back to work. At the moment, it's just key workers that are going onto sites, and only those that can practice social distancing, and being that sort of magic 2 meters physical space between you. And that's one of the key things. That 2 meter rule actually seems to be one of the key things that may stay into the sort of final phase of easing lockdown, and that might last for a very long time. So it might be the case that certainly for some people I know where offices are kind of like big shared offices, and they might go back It might go back in kind of shifts. So only half the office would be working, maybe at the start of the week, and then the other half towards the end. And that just means that everyone can be spaced out more in the office until this is all blown over. And yeah, for myself, I'm now basically thinking that I won't be able to go back to work. Probably not in June, maybe in July, but it's looking more likely to be sort of August. So I've got to really get myself into a headspace and just be like, this is what it is going to be. And yes, there'll still be down days ahead. I know that, because this is just weird. It's not normal. No one really in the world has experienced this. But one of the things that really does keep making me feel okay is that it does seem the world is connected. Even though that might not necessarily be for a nice reason. Genuinely, I've never felt more like everyone is going through this. Like, normally that's just a throwaway phase. But right now, it literally feels like nearly every human on the planet is being affected in some way about this. Yeah, not absolutely everyone, but certainly a very, very large number of people. And that's scary as well, because this virus is serious. There's a reason everyone's staying at home and trying to be safe. And I get that, and that's why even when I'm going out at night time when there's no one else around. Like, literally the 2 times I've been out have been for a run at night because I needed some exercise and needed some clear air. And yes, I have been doing bits of exercise at home. I've been doing a fair bit of yoga. And actually, I've been doing it at the times where I've not felt up to doing full yoga. I've sometimes just sat and meditated for a few minutes. And actually, I did a bit of that this weekend, both yoga and meditation. And I think I only chill myself out a bit more because I got pretty wound up a little bit last week after just hearing stories from other friends and people close to me and that. So it's difficult when you hear things, and I'm very much the type of person that absorbs other people's worries, concerns, and feelings. And so that's fine. Right now, I'm wanting to be there for as many people as I can. So if you're watching this and you need some help, reach out, because also I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I am in this house by myself, which too has some advantages. It means I can just get on and do whatever I want, and if I'm feeling in a bit of a mood, I don't really have to put on anyone else. I might text people and that. But the downside of it very much is I just don't have those people that are kind of like in the corner of a room having a chat, even just laughing around. It's great, and God, I can't imagine what this would be like without video calls. And most evenings I'm spending time calling friends, and certainly every weekend now I've had a few phone calls from friends or family. So that's been really nice. Definitely needed. But yeah, so going through this, I've had a good weekend, like I say. Also good this weekend has been cooking. So I haven't been the most productive person either, and I think that's another realization I've had. It's like I've said this to a few people, but I've only just kind of come to terms with it myself, is that I don't have to really do all the things that were going to be on my list to do when I had all this free time. That's fine. It's a weird situation. You're going to feel low, and sometimes you just want to veg out with some TV or read a book and chill and not really have to worry about the things on the big list. So yeah, I just have watched a bit of TV this weekend. I did the yoga and meditation. I have been reading quite a bit, and I've been cooking. So I haven't for a while done a slow cooker meal. But I have done 2 this weekend, which is really cool. So yesterday I had a nice slow cooked stew with some beef, parsnip, carrot, cardamom, and some other herbs and things, with some mashed potato and green beans. that was really nice. That actually turned out really, really nice. Mash, especially. Never made mash before. I mean, it's really easy, I know, but just not made it before, so it's quite cool doing that. Having that meal last night, and then tonight, I've already got it in the slow cooker. Actually, it's just behind me there. And what am I cooking tonight? I'm cooking a Indian curry, a dal makhani. Yeah, I got this recipe from a friend quite a few weeks ago now, and tried it out then, and it was really good. So glad to be able to try that again. And I am also trying for the first time today naan bread. Yep. Although I'm really not sure that's going to turn out well because I don't have any yogurt, and I didn't realise that yogurt was a key ingredient. So instead I've used a mix of creme fraiche and milk. We'll see. Hey, why not? If you can experiment with cooking, why not? Yeah, things have been up and down in waves. It's been nice doing another one of these after so long. And yeah, we're nearly getting up to that 40-day mark, so it is getting quite long now. Just like this video, which probably means it's a good place to actually stop it. So this is going to be me signing off for day number 39 of, I don't know what this is. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.